everybody, it's your girl JustJaynell here. Sorry I haven't had a couple of videos in a while. I didn't realize that when I record on my Ustream account, it wasn't automatically uploading onto the YouTube account. And I don't know why it's not doing that. It's actually getting on my nerves. But anyway, so I'm actually doing this one again for you guys. But it's a recap of my 4th of July weekend, and it's late because, again, like I said, I did the first video yesterday. Anyway, so Saturday I went to this place called 72 Place, actually, or 72 Street. It was a bar, it's called something like that. And we saw UFC 116, the Brock Lesnar fight. So quick recap. You guys didn't see my predictions because you guys didn't get that video. So I predicted the guy named Harris to win, and he did. He won with a slam. Actually, it was awesome. Something Harris, and the guy tried to get him in a triangle, so he picked him up, slammed him right directly on his head, knocked the guy out. You don't see that often. You don't see fights ending on a slam very often. Stephan Bonnar versus this Russian cat. Great fight. Bloody. They were going toes. I mean, all three rounds going back and forth. They were both bloodied up. Third round, the middle of the third round, Stephan Bonnar was wobbling. He was getting tagged. Looked like he was about to lose. He ends up landing a knee directly on the face, on the chin, and then he follows up some shots, and the ref stopped the fight. They were both covered in blood, though. It was a great fight. Brendan Schwab knocked out the guy that he fought. I don't remember his name. I really wish I would have got you guys the other video. Been more complete, this recap. But if you'd have got the predictions first. But, so Stephan Bonnar won. Brendan Fraser won with a knockout. Cracked him. In the second round, the very beginning of the second round. Brendan Schwab. Chris Lytle fought Matt Brown, and they were going back and forth the entire fight too. It was a great fight. Chris Lytle ended up getting him on the ground, and then he was actually kind of had him in a triangle choke, but he was sitting on top of him. If you know how that is, with the legs rocked around the head, crossed, and yeah. So, but he was sitting on top of him, so it was interesting. And then he kind of turned that into an arm bar. And he ended up actually tapping from the armbar. So Chris Lytle won. And then it was Yoshiyami Akami versus Chris Lieben. And that was a bloody ass fight. They were going back and forth. And the guy, Okami, was winning. He was winning both rounds. But in the third round, he completely punched himself out. He was completely tired. He was able to take Chris Lieben down, and he was holding position, but he was just basically laying on the guy because he was resting because he was exhausted. So Chris kind of got a second wind on the ground. And from the ground, he's hitting him, doing a lot more damage than the guy was just laying there on top of him, just being more active. Eventually, he catches him in a triangle choke. And at first he had it. The guy was defending it, and then he finally grabbed the head, pulled it down, and the guy tapped. Then, of course, we have the main event, which was Brock Lesnar and Shane Carwin, and boy, was that a good fight. Bloody. Brock was bloody. He had cuts over both eyes, which we've never seen before. He completely lost the first round. Shane Carwin won that definitively. His uppercuts are the meanest things I've ever seen. He hits so hard. It's incredible. First round, they're going back and forth. Brock tried to take him down. He successfully defended the takedown, which is rare. So everybody was like, crazy, because he defended the takedown. And then Shane caught him with an uppercut, like an elongated one, because Brock wasn't next to him. So, but it wobbled him, stunned the hell out of Brock. So he wobbles, and then Shane swarmed him, hitting him, tagging him. Brock actually at one point turned and ran away. He turned his back to him a couple of steps to get away from Shane Carwin. That's how much Shane was just tagging him. So Shane gets him on the ground, on top of him, swarm, and basically couldn't get him to stop the fight. He couldn't knock him out. So that's the end of the first round. Unfortunately, he punched himself out, and Brock knew it. Second round, he immediately went for the takedown. And what are you going to do with a 300-pound man who is quick and agile on top of you? Okay, Brock is no slow, sluggish 300-pounder. He's spinning and moving. As soon as he was on top of Shane on the ground, Shane had him in a half guard, I think, and he easily passed that, and really was nothing you could do. And so, got him in the full mount, was positioning himself for the side choke, the head and the arm, and then he eventually got to the opposite side of Shane's body, had the choke in. Shane was defending it for a minute, and then you could kind of see Brock put the squeeze on it. He squeezed that bicep, and Shane tapped. So it was a great fight though. Brock was bloody, and Brock was completely humble. He didn't talk any shit to Shane. He always makes fun. He's an asshole, a real asshole after he kicks people's asses, but not to Shane. He even rose his hand and everything. He was very humble. He thanked his family and his doctors because I guess his near like death experience probably humbled him a bit. Yeah, but he's supposed to fight Cain Velasquez next. And I think he's gonna run right through him. Honestly, I don't think anyone has anything for Brock but Shane. Because you're not gonna beat Brock on the ground. He's too big, too strong, and too good. He's too good of a wrestler. You're not going to beat him on the ground. And the only way you're going to beat him is standing up. You're going to have to knock him out. And his head is as thick as them 80-pound logs he be running with on his shoulders up hills. Because he's got a hard head. And the only person I think in the heavyweight division who can really knock him out is Shane Carwin. But, again, Shane Carwin had never been out of the first round before. He was undefeated. You know, he punched himself out, so it's a good learning experience for him. I definitely think there'll be a rematch, and I'm looking forward to it. Um, so that was that. That was Saturday. And on Sunday, I went to a party in Burbank where my boys, the Chimps, played, and I actually have one of their songs called Watch Out uploaded on my page too, so you can check that out. And yeah, it was great. Weekend was great. It's good. I hope yours was too. Oh, before I leave though, oh, you know what? I gotta find out who exactly took back Sierra's video because it was either MTV or BT, but I'll come back with the exacts on this because I don't want to, speak, wrong. I don't want to be wrong. But either MTV or BT removed Sierra's video for Ride because I guess it's too sexual. So I'm pissed because I love Sierra, and that's ridiculous. That video is amazing. If you haven't seen it, download it. Sierra Ride. It's just called Ride. She's amazing in it. She kills it. And she's like fully clothed, so I have no idea why just because of the sexual moves. I mean, you've got Christina Aguilera's new video with all the fetish stuff and her she's naked. Lady Gaga dances around a thong all day long. Full ass shots of her little ass in a thong. If it's BET, they're letting Lil Wayne have songs about how he wants to fuck every girl in the world with his 12-year-old daughter on stage. So either station has no business to remove Sierra's video. I'm very pissed, and I think we should start a campaign to get it put back on because her video is amazing. She kills it. But anyway, and speaking of awesome chicks, leave you with ladies. We need to make our own money, sign our own checks. Make our own money, sign our own checks. Gotta be cool chicks, That would be all. If I could figure out how to stop broadcasting, it would be good.